Who's going to make the big run in this set to ease the pressure?
Gives it on. Caught by 2 defenders. 5 tackles. Comes up with a play the ball. Talagi. There's the punt. Walsh takes it on the full.
Well done.
Weaves his way.
He's proving elusive.
It's still on.
A very simple run to the try line now.
It is a try. The Broncos are in for their first try.
Walsh has just bamboozled the defence with some scintillating play here. A beautiful chip kick and regather. An amazing show of acceleration, and what a step.
Now the chance to add the extras.
Well, Vossi, I'm sure he'd like to convert this kick and take the points.
That's 2 points to the score.
Always a good way to settle the nerves, if there are any.
Decides the deep kick is the way to go. Reynolds with a good catch. Jensen.
Great pass.
Ball and all tackle. First tackle. Plays it. Pakes. Scoops it up and off he goes. They drive him back. Mid front on. Play the ball now. Passes inside. Which way did he go?
It's hard to tell if the attack is brilliant or the defence is dire. Either way, the stats tell the story.
Snappy pass. Good step. They force him back. And he's stopped in that one. Rushes into dummy half. Haas. Carrigan. Jensen. Gathered in the tackle.
The defence is struggling here.
Gets the dummy half. Looks and turns the ball inside. Good take right there. Forced backwards. Powerful defence. Strong defence here. Error on the last. That means a changeover. Plays the ball. Keeps testing the defence with a short pass. Halted by the defence. Loops it over the top. Putting up a chase. Edwards. That's a good ball and all tackle. On tackle number 2. Passes. Shovels it wide. Wrapped up. They haven't been able to make much ground here. Halfway through the count. Cleary. Driven back. The Panthers not able to break through the strong defence. Ref says 4. Dragged down. Well, the effort's there, but they're not making a great deal of ground. Lovely pass. Puts boot to ball. Walsh scoops up the ball. Picked off by the defence. Pakes goes himself. Turns it inside. Defence has prevented an offload. That's the second. Pakes looking to make good ground out of dummy half. That's commitment getting to the loose ball.
Nice pass.
The Broncos throwing themselves against the defensive line, unable to break through. There's metres to be made from dummy half. And he'll be forced to play it. Tests the defence with a short ball. Man, driven back in the tackle. He's beaten 1. Now he's beaten 2.
Oh, the footwork. He's running them ragged.
Sends it back inside. Looks to pressure them with a bomb. And gathers in the high one. The Broncos unable to break through.
Bang! What a tackle.
They should have done better than that on the last. Quick with the pass. They're closing the gap. Oh, Edwards with the break.
Ruck infringement.
Passes short. Finds support. Pushed back in the tackle. Grabbed by the defence. That's the first of 6. Moves it on. Yo. Carrigan puts him away. Second of 6 tackles there. Captured by the defence. That's a clever pass. Sorensen. Held call by the ref.
Ruck infringement.
That, kids, is a textbook tackle.
Has a look and flicks it inside. Referee shouting hell. That's one. Lays it off. Gets the ball. Run on defence. And that's the second. Flicks a short pass. Flicks the ball inside. Nice defence there. That's 3. Works it on. They've got numbers. He puts on the bear hug in that tackle. Shut down. That's good defence there. Referee calls help.
Relentless defence from the opposition.
A very long pass now. Tries his luck with a kick. Walsh picks up the loose ball. That ball is over the sideline. Finds support inside. Oh, good ball. Crashes to the ground. Plays the ball 20 metres away. Shovels it on. And down he goes. That's tackle number 2 right there. Martin. Plays it 10 metres out. Halfway through this set. Cleary. Held as the call from the referee. Tries the inside pass. Well, they're backing themselves here to come up with a 4-pointer. Kenny restarts the play with a tap. They drive him back. Well held, no way through. Sorensen. Collected on the 10-metre line. That's the second tackle. Talagi. Yo. Pakes. Breaks through the defence. That's a very good run.
He can run.
What an impressive surge. Gets a second try. And up go the home fans. They love that 4-pointer. Now we focus on the conversion to come.
I think he'll land this one.
Conversion is successful.
The Broncos will take a lot of confidence from that, and I'd say we'll be looking to push on. Important set of 6 coming up for both sides.
The Broncos lead by 12. Kicks it off deep. Walsh marks the ball. Beats a man. Good play. They grab some decent territory. First tackle there. From that play the ball, he dashes from dummy half. It was just about through. This time it's a short pass. They toss him to ground. He's halfway through this set. Dummy half dash. Mariner. What a step.
Either he's good or they've forgotten it's tackle football.
Two defenders put an end to his run.
Chasing together. That's what we like to see.
A snappy pass. Shrugs off the defence. He's shut down there by the defence.
Showing no commitment whatsoever in that play. Poor effort.
Wonderful tackle. Unable to break through. That's the handover. Textbook defence there. The Panthers can't afford to pat themselves on the back just yet, though. At dummy half, tries a back pass inside. They force him back.
Second tackle.
Feeds it on. Sorensen. He's taken there in that tackle.
Block up the ball in the tackle and you kill the offload. Simple.
A good kick, finding touch. Kenny restarts play with a tap. Sorensen
Tackle one.
comes up with a play the ball. Driven back in the tackle.
Out there, two.
Nice work. Short pass. Gives it on.
Three.
Talagi.
Well done.
Cleary.
Out there, that's full.
Yo. Penalty. Dangerous tackle. Yet another. And there's the warning for both teams. The next careless tackle will result in a send-off. What a lovely kick that is.
A perfectly weighted kick. That's a good result.
Restarting play with a tap.
This is the perfect position to start their set. They'll be looking to capitalise from here.
Ruck infringement.
With a little bullet pass. Edwards to Ott. Driving him towards touch. Nearly into touch there.
Absolutely blistering. The pace is so frantic.
Leota. Ball and all tackle.
Ruck infringement.
Definitely an opportunity there.
And that brings us to the end of the first half. Really looking forward to this second half. Nice to be back with you. Second half begins. Good positional play. He's there for the kick. They could have done without that. A drop ball. He'll be absolutely furious with himself there, and rightly so. Snappy pass. Manages to get through the tackle.
He's proving elusive.
Out in space. With plenty of room to move. Bang, bang. Another try.
That try was something else. The crowd knew they were going to get their money's worth turning up today. What we just saw then was exactly the case. Fantastic try.
Shot at goal still to come, and a chance for another 2 points.
Well, Vossi, I'm sure he'd like to convert this kick and take the points.
Reynolds is kicking well in this match, and they now have 2 from 2. And count that as 2 points. What a match they are having. The Broncos lead by 18. There's plenty of depth to that kickoff. Mann, under it. Slips in the short one. Fires out a pass. No chance of an offload in that tackle. Rushes into dummy half. Jensen. Ricky. Walsh. Walsh breaks through the line. He's tackled after making good metres.
Had absolutely nowhere to go there.
Delivering the short ball. Carrigan.
Great pass.
Halted by the defence. On tackle number 3. Play the ball now. Turns it inside. Piakura. They drive him back. Defence comes over the top.
Some enterprising play.
Plays it with a short ball. Passes. Reynolds. Gets it away. Sidestep. Gathered in the tackle. There's the play the ball 20 metres away. Puts up the bomb. Great work under the high ball. He's run through another. The carnage continues. Tries like that'll keep the fans coming in.
Walsh has the ball on a string. A perfectly placed bomb finds his teammate, and it was well taken. Perfectly executed try, that.
And they'll pick up the points.
It's funny what momentum can do in rugby league, especially when you've got a crowd like this urging you on.
The Broncos lead by 24. The kickoff is deep. Pass. Latches onto that kick. Holding up a short pass. Edwards puts him away.
The defence is struggling here.
Pakes runs from acting half. Gets his hands free and offloads. Finds support. Forced backwards. Wrapped up. No way through. Second of 6 tackles there. Plays the ball. Passes inside. Carrigan.
Nice pass.
Bone rattler. Pakes scoops it up and off he goes. They force him back. Nice step. Past another.
It's hard to tell if the attack is brilliant or the defence is dire. Either way, the stats tell the story.
Gets to dummy half. Looks and turns the ball inside. Pushed back in the tackle. Is dragged to the ground. Pakes darting from dummy half. Quick with a pass. Referee shouting hell.
They're in dire straits at the moment.
It's a handover. Flicks the ball inside. Shovels it wide. And he'll be forced to play it. Has a look and flicks it inside. Keeps testing the defence with a short pass. Contained in the tackle. Moves it on. Talagi. Thrown to ground. That's the third. Shovels it on. Sends it back inside. The Panthers unable to break through.
This is some impressive defence here, pinning the opposition inside their 20.
That's a good ball and all tackle. With a ball but not really making any ground. Has a look and passes long. Has the job of putting in the punt. And they've managed to get the ball. With a quick pass. Referee calls hell. That's one. Pakes looking to make good ground out of dummy half. And he's stopped in that one.
Beautiful.
Plays it right on halfway. Lays it off. Pushing him towards the touchline. Crashes to the ground. On tackle 3. Look at this, running from dummy half. Works it on. And down he goes. Pakes decides to run from dummy half. Ricky powers forward. Well held, no way through. It's wave after wave of attack. Carrigan, what a bomb this is. That's a good take. He puts on the bear hug in that tackle. No result on the last, and we'll have a changeover. Finds support inside. Gets the ball. Held as the call from the referee.
Who's going to make the big run in this set to ease the pressure?
Martin. Grabbed by the defence. That's a clever pass. They're in hot pursuit. The Panthers throwing themselves against the defensive line, unable to break through.
Bang! What a tackle.
Held called by the ref. Tests the defence with a short ball. They drive him back. The Panthers not able to break through the strong defence. Passes long. Cleary puts boot to ball. Walsh catches it on the full. Brings it up.
Look at him. Down to a job. Doing it easy.
Plays the ball 40 metres away. That's the first of 6. At dummy half. Feeds the short ball. Clear of another tackle. He shrugs off another.
Oh, the footwork. He's running them ragged.
Now he's tackled and into touch. Tries the inside pass. And he's blocked by the defence.
And aren't the home fans happy about it?
Driven back in the tackle. Run on defence. That's 2. He's shut down there by the defence.
Good one, son.
Feeds it on. Driven back. Nice defence there.
Relentless defence from the opposition.
That's a long pass. They go downfield. Must have lost count of the tackles. Walsh gathers it. Dragged out. That's tackle 1. Comes up with a play the ball. Mann.
Well done.
Carrigan picks up the ball. And with a step. He's clear of another. Eventually tackled by the defence. Pakes has a look and then runs from dummy half. Bare front on. The Broncos attacking strongly. Nice work. Short pass. Piakura weaves his way through that tackle and almost beats the defence. They've got the momentum in attack. Pakes dashes out of dummy half. Bang! With a step. Mann bursts through the line. He is unstoppable. Gets the 4-pointer. And the home crowd is hanging out of their trees. What a try.
The Broncos will be stunned at how easy they scored this try. The opposition were dropping off like flies in defence. And in the end, it was just a simple stroll to the try.
A real study of concentration. Reynolds is striking them well tonight. As the stats show, they have nailed 4 from 4. Good kick, and they'll get the points.
Their fans will be very pleased with what they're seeing here. Very pleased.
He really drives this kickoff. Mann with a good catch. Forced backwards. 2 in the tackle and they round him up. There's the first tackle. Dummy half run here. A snappy pass. Barreled over there. They force him back. Walsh gives it on. Passes short. Wonderful skill. Another offload. Bamboozles the defence with a step. Piakura able to stand in the tackle. Snappy pass. Ricky Reynolds breaks the defence. Tackling in numbers here.
Big play.
Pakes out of dummy half. Reynolds captured by the defence. Attacking strongly, but no way through. Carrigan. That has shaken him up. Rushes into dummy half. Tries his luck with the ball. Diffuses that high kick. Ball and all tackle. Flicks a short pass. Henry.
Held there, second tackle.
Sorensen. Halted by the defence. Halfway through the count. Oh, that's a terrible drop ball.
Oh,
The crowd here like that try. I reckon that's worth more than 4 points. He won't be rushing this kick.
well, Vossi, I'm sure he'd like to convert this kick and take the points.
Reynolds is in great form with a boost, and they now have 5 from 5. Helps himself to 2 points.
The Broncos will take a lot of confidence from that, and I'd say we'll be looking to push on. Important set of 6 coming up for both sides.
The Broncos lead by 36. Kicks off deep into enemy territory. Walsh under it. Straight through. The hooter is sounded. Have a look at this run.
A very simple run to the try line now.
In space. He earns the 4 points. The Broncos have had the try awarded, and that'll put more points on the board. Haas got in good position, timed their run, and reaps the reward for a good piece of play.
The visitors are struggling to adapt here. Amazing how different they look away from home.
Now the chance to add the extras.
Even money. I'm sure you'd find some takers in the crowd.
Reynolds is in good form with a boot, and the stats show they have landed 6 from 6. No surprise there, it's a goal.
The Broncos are coming home strong now. They'll be tough to beat, Vossi. What can the away side conjure up from here?
And that is full time, and I don't think the fans wanted it to finish. One of the really great games. Enjoyed thoroughly. Well, Cameron, that ended up being quite a lopsided contest.
The Broncos came here tonight as underdogs and delivered a fine performance here. The coach will be happy with the way they used the football overall and the commitment they showed in defence.
Well said, Cameron, and it's been great fun working with you on this game. Can't wait until next time. See you later.